the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Well, you knew he'd get there eventually. And at this point, it appears that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a star for a long time to come. What do you think his ceiling is as a player, Shaq?
Well, I don't know why they call him the unicorn, but everyone likes to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, which I think is fair. But he plays with a little bit more intensity and goes to the rim often.
Well, they call him a unicorn because you don't see him. Well, you rarely see him, or you never see him. And they're saying you never see a guy like Porzingis.
Nickname. That's the worst nickname of all nicknames.
He also has a horn on his head.
No, now that's
got it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, see, now I understand.
Right. Well, I get, New Yorkers didn't give him a good review early on. They thought he was going to be a bust.
They're wrong.
They were so wrong. This guy is cold-blooded. He's an assassin. And Shaq, can you spell his last name, Porzingis? I'll buy you lunch if you can spell Porzingis.
Oh, you know I like to eat, so that'll be Porzingis, baby.
Oh, my God, Porzingis.
How do you spell his first name?
First name is Kristaps. I'll take a double cheeseburger.
Oh, wow.
And you get some fries for the Kristaps.
That's right.
I never thought.
Here's Kevin
Don't
Harlan.
mention food, buddy.
Dario, Saric. At the other position, Simmons. At shooting, J.J. Redick. At the other guard position, Markel Fultz. At center, Embiid. The head coach of the visiting team is Trent Brown.
Special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The fans making some noise here at the Knicks Arena. The New York Knicks are getting settled in They feel like they're a better team than their record shows. And games like this one, it's an opportunity to prove it. They can step it up and make a game of it. We'll see.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Saric is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the point.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim. And above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
Now here's Porzingis, hard away with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Sessions. Simmons dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Out to the wing, Cunningham. No good from outside. With the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
Now, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different. Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Screen by Saric. Simmons passes to Saric, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Cantor. Will it go? And the layup is good.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Screen by Saric. Outside, Simmons. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Quick release from Cunningham off the pass. Caught the defense off guard.
Fultz kicks to Saric. Porzingis with the steal. By himself.
So that.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Knicks trail by 5. You look at the Knicks last season, the organization just wasn't on the same page. Front office members, Brent feuding with current and former players, team active in trade talks, it seemed season long. Hard to win games with that atmosphere.
Well, it was a circus last year. How many things happened on and off the court for the Knicks? Well, they spent a tremendous amount of energy dealing with that instead of the problems closing out and getting rebounds and suffering through turnovers. You just don't want to spend any extra energy with that kind of stuff, and it felt like it just piled on the Knicks last year.
And here are the 76ers now. After New York gets the 3.
The defense had better put J.J. Redick on a leash and trail him around. He's ready to fire as soon as he gets that ball.
Sessions with it, now guarded by Fultz, and Sessions kicks to Cantor. They set the pick. The wide open look here for Porzingis from outside off the mark. The 76ers leading by 4. Fultz dishes to Simmons. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Ben Simmons was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU. Probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Ernie Gomez is checked in for Enes Kanter. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Lee's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Ntilikina in for Sessions. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Lee. Johnson with the block. Hope they get it back. Covington with it. Working on O'Quinn. And it's blocked by O'Quinn.
Good reach by O'Quinn, getting to the shooter and reading when he was releasing it.
Kuzminskis, he's checked in for the Knicks. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Holmes checked in. Knicks trail by 5. Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
The 76ers with another miss. New York's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And a wide open look for Lee. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Lee's got his first bucket in this one. Johnson the screen. Pass to Covington. Here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Johnson. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
New York trailing. Passes it to Kuzminskis. He feeds it to Lee. Back to Kuzminskis. And he gets the jumper to drop. 76ers have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Holmes and O'Quinn sends it back. And a fast break now for New York. To the wing on the left. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by McConnell. Offensive rebound. Lee outside. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Bad shot off the mark. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter.
First quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert. I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time? Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Salute. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, we've got Robert Covington. Amir Johnson is out there with Holmes. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Stauskas in at the shooting guard position. Here's Ntilikina. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lee outside. Lee with another miss.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Covington passes to Holmes. And there's the call on Kuzminskis. That is his first foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Then for the 76ers, Anderson, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Korkmaz in for T.J. McConnell. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Stauskas, the pass to Korkmaz. Holmes, that's a screen. 4 on the clock. And Anderson has it in the corner. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series. No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Here's Ntilikina. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Noah the screen from past the arc. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Philadelphia leading by 8. To the middle, here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy.
Protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
So New York going with almost an entire new group. Porzingis is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Cunningham comes in for Kuzminskis. Hardaway's checked in for Courtney Lee. And Sessions subbed in for Ntilikina. And that one's good. Courtney.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And you see Markelle Fultz and how he plays wasn't as high coming into college, but he changed that tune after one season.
And in that final year, Fultz grew a full 3 inches. I think that helped move him into the elite prospect range. At 6'5", with that 6'10" wingspan, he has the special size that you look for. It really was the lone bright spot on an otherwise underachieving college team.
And Embiid gets it to go.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Knicks trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Sessions kicks to Porzingis. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Outside, Porzingis. There's a good screen. Here's Cunningham. Anderson with the block. And he recovers it. Cunningham gets the bucket. The 76ers leading by 10. Embiid sets the big for Fultz. There's the feed to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And Fultz is difficult to stay with in that pick and roll. Absolutely shreds the defense with his passing.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. So the wing on the left. Cunningham dishes it to Noah. Sessions with it. 14 points from him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years. And a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Noah. And then for Philadelphia, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Anderson. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Korkmaz. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Fultz. And so Sessions nails both of them. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside, Simmons. And the pass to Luwawu. Simmons against Porzingis. 5 on the clock. At the top of the key, Embiid. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Embiid's got 10 points. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. Robert Covington's checked in for the 76ers. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. You know, he came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
And that one's good, Simmons.
And what skill from Simmons. A total genius at reading the defense and exploiting them in the paint.
Now here's Sessions. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Cantor, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here's Sessions. He dishes it to O'Quinn. There's the pick. Hardaway kicks to Cantor. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
There's the body control of Cantor, able to adjust and convert under pressure.
Just while playing with a sense of urgency, you know. We made some mistakes last game, and we're playing much better this game. We got to clean up on a few mistakes and just playing with a sense of urgency.
Third quarter basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling with, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
On a comeback. Now here's Simmons. Cunningham is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Ramon Sessions. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. A clear look for Hardaway. No good off the front iron. The 76ers leading by 13. Saric passes to Simmons. Saric with the screen for Simmons. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
It just feels like at this point, the Knicks know they need to build around Kristaps Porzingis for their future. Best player for them on both ends of the floor, as he's a great rim protector. He's very young, connecting with New York City. There's some hope there.
With Porzingis, he truly is the star the Knicks were waiting to draft.
Well, you might go all the way back to the draft when Patrick Ewing ended up putting on that New York Knicks ball cap. Maybe even Mark Jackson, who ended up as the Rookie of the Year as the 18th pick for the New York Knicks. They do have their centerpiece moving forward. Kristaps Porzingis is a very unique talent in the NBA. Really the pressure on now to build around that guy and get back to contending basketball in the Eastern Conference.
Now here's Sessions after Ben Simmons missed. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Redick dishes to Fultz. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Embiid the screen. Right side, Simmons. Pass to Saric for the three. Knicks with the rebound. Cantor's got his third rebound tonight.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Cunningham kicks to Hardaway. Cantor with the screen on Redick. Here's Hardaway, and the rejection by Embiid. Feeds to Simmons. Here's Saric. Porzingis with the block.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
It's stolen by Saric. And Redick kicks to Embiid. That's tipped. Here is Cunningham, guarded by Simmons. Lets it go from 14. That one off the back iron and out.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here is Cunningham, guarded by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Knicks trail by 18. New York calls timeout. Brent, all things being equal, do you like the idea of sending everyone to the defensive glass to avoid giving away second chance points, or do you like leaking a guy or two out in transition, hoping for the best?
I don't think the leak out is a good idea at all, Kevin. You've got to have 5 guys attentive to any possession. Most coaches in the NBA will tell you that a possession is not a stop until you collect the defensive rebound.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Philadelphia.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by McConnell. Shot to stop the drought. Porzingis, no good. The 76ers leading by 18. Now McConnell. Five on the clock. Anderson passes to McConnell. Johnson. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 20.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Lee outside. Pass to Hernangomez. Back to Lee. New York moving it around. Here's Ntilikina. Offensive rebound. Noah battles through traffic and lays it in. Noah's got his first basket.
Yeah, better grab your hard hat on a night where you're dealing with Joakim Noah, especially on the rebounding end of the floor.
Anderson wide open. Good. And McConnell gets the assists.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Pass to Kristaps. Up top, Hernangomez. Here's Noah. He kicks to Lee. Hits it from three-point range. Lee's got 5 now.
And Lee has shot in the high 30s in terms of his percent.
Out here, outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
Saric on the follow.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Knicks trail by 20. Lee outside. Here's the screen. 1:10 left in the third. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to be on Saric.
Well, Lee does a good job there of knifing in and understanding he's going to get the hit.
This is his first free throw of the game. And New York making a change here. Sessions is checked in. And both free throws good for Lee.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
He got right to the cup using that screen. And the 76ers lead by 20.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Hardaway. 3-pointer. But they'll get another chance. And O'Quinn kicks to Hernan Gomez. Banked in off the glass.
Against good D, Hernan Gomez very aggressive, and he makes the play.
You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Sessions with it, picked by Lee, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, they're really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
And here's McConnell. Here's Anderson. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Knicks trail by 20. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Charge is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the point guard position.
That's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Charge just screen on Sessions. Fultz dishes to Charge. Porzingis with the block. Redick against Hardaway. Kicks to Sessions. Back to Hardaway from outside the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Right side, Porzingis. There's the 3. Redick with the rebound.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. They got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Covington kicks to Embiid. Redick against Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. Fultz, no good.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Out to Hardaway. Takes the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backcourt.
And Embiid throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
New York calls timeout.
Look at the Knicks over the last few seasons, Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, But the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems, both on and off the floor.
Cantry checked in for New York. Cunningham comes in for Lee. The 76ers also with a sub. Simmons is checked in.
Porzingis finishing strong that time, no doubt about that one.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Stripped it away. Here is Cunningham, guarded by Simmons. Cunningham passes to Sessions. Left side, Porzingis. That ball, great assist by Ramon Sessions. Sessions has got 6 assists now in the game. Red for the Knicks, they go after big names to try and get a super team together. But unfortunately, they've been getting players on the downside of their career.
Yeah, I think that's the head-scratching part of all this, Kevin, is that this is New York City, often referred to as the Mecca of basketball, yet free agents have avoided New York. They have not wanted to come and take on the pressure of helping to rebuild the franchise. Many of these issues stem from a disconnect between management and what's going on the floor.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And the Knicks with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. The three from Porzingis. Redick with the rebound. Redick's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And it's Simmons penetrating. There's the dish to Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what we want to see out of him.
Now here's Porzingis. Nice job coming off that screen.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction, and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Basket good.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Now here's Sessions. And the pass to Porzingis. 1:41 left in the 4th. Banked in off the glass. We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit, had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 13. 1:12 left in the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row. They turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. .112 left in the 4th quarter. Screen by Porzingis. And Sessions kicks to Porzingis. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. And that's 19 points for Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis has that range, a luxury to have a guy that size who can stroke it.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the 76ers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Joel Embiid.
Well, he could not be stopped on offense. Super efficient tonight. There wasn't a lot the defense could do.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Saric. Korkmaz comes in for Ben Simmons. Luwawu is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. And Embiid drops them both. 35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
And Ntilikina has that nifty floater. He just gets it up so fast, making it virtually unblockable.
Stolen by Noah. Here's Lee, and Lee with the stuff.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see, fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
The lead now in single digits.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
So the 76ers win it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.